first actually a job to be a civil servant these days in Zimbabwe, as the Mnangagwa government takes aim at civil servants in Zimbabwe. They would be introducing a new bill. It's called the Public Servants Amendment Bill, and they are seeking to actually get rid of the current Public Service Act bill. And in this bill, they will create an institution called Corporate Governance Unit, where all the civil servants, employees of the government, I guess it will touch also the president because he's found wanting specifically on these issues. It becomes a shock, especially when we learn that Mnangagwa aims to go after the assets of the civil servants, the people that are not getting decent salaries above the poverty datum line. They're expecting such issues to be raised by the government. But guess what? The government is not concerned about this. It is targeting civil servants who are actually able to do other things aside to better their lives. These are the civil servants that will be targeted by this bill. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, that is the Hloniphani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So the government of Mnangagwa, according to the announcement of the Minister of Information and Publicity, that is Dr. Jenfan Muswere, it is planning at introducing, in fact, it has already approved his cabinet. This bill is called the Public Servants Amendment Bill. Now, part of what this bill will actually be dealing with, if you own properties as a civil servant, you will have to disclose those properties to a new organ of the state that will be created, which is called Corporate Governance Unit. So if you are part of the police force, if you are a teacher, if you are a nurse, all those employees of the government that are currently getting peanuts at the moment in Zimbabwe would be required by the government of Mnangagwa to disclose their asset. Now, do teachers have assets? Have they realized that government officials have assets? Maybe except for the members of the Zimbabwe Republic Police, especially those working for the traffic department, because they are making a lot of money there. I remember when I was in Bulawayo, every morning the taxes, they knew you were supposed to pay around $3. There was a book, they have all the list of the taxes in Bulawayo. So they will, when a taxi driver passes there, he just park his taxi aside and pay that money. If you have paid the money, they would know that this one has paid the money, and then it means you have cleared yourself to do service. They don't care about the state of the vehicle. All they care about is that you have actually complied with paying a bribe. And then also later on in the afternoon, they were supposed to pay another additional $3. So you have to have a budget of $6 to begin operating as a taxi operator in Zimbabwe. So police were getting, I know a lot of police officers within the traffic department who bought a lot, almost all of them, they had actually taxis that were running, and their taxis, most of them won't even be paying insurance, they won't even be complying with government statutory instruments because they are police officers. If any police officer arrests that combi, then it's a matter of the driver calling the owner, and the owner calling, who exactly arrested my car? What do you want in my car? And the car would be released. I know of these things. I'm not speaking. If you are a traffic cop, I know you know what I'm talking about. So they were making a lot of money through these dodgy, corrupt deals. Yes, maybe if Mnangagwa, I think, wants to target them, he realizes those police officers that are actually smart. I know of a certain leader, I will not disclose their name for security reasons. Those police officers that were smart, I remember by that time, she bought almost more than 5 taxis. She bought a house. She bought a lot of properties. And just imagine how many traffic cops. It's known in Zimbabwe. All police officers wish to be part of the traffic department, because if you are dealing with criminals, yes, there is money that they take, because if you go to report a case, I remember at one point someone had done something to me. I went and reported a case at Luveve police station. I think it should be between 2009 to 2010. Now I report, I open the case. They pretend as if they are opening a case. Then I'm told, come tomorrow, we'll make sure we would have gotten hold of these people. So when I come tomorrow, the police that is supposed to be in charge of my case, it tells me, no man, we have decided that guy to come and apologize to you. If he does it for the second time, then we make it a point, we arrest him. We send him to the prison. I know that what he did was wrong. So he apologized, and his parents were all here. And in the back of my mind, I said, no, this is stinking corruption that I have been hearing about. So which means that other person paid the police, and the police made the case to disappear. And at that point, I was only, I think, doing lower 6 or upper 6 at Luveve High School. So did not have much capacity to actually go against these criminals. So these are civil servants that are making money through corrupt means in Zimbabwe, especially if you are part of the security cluster. It's not also even military personnel. When they are passing through roadblocks, they are not asked questions. The moment they flash their military ID, also I remember at one point I was carried by a military personnel being active in politics. I didn't know that I was active in politics. He gave me transport to Rubani. That guy was stopped by police officers. The moment they realized that he was part of the military, they will actually give him time to actually pass through. There are a lot of civil servants in Zimbabwe that are doing dodgy, corrupt deals, but because they are part of the security cluster, most of the times they just get away with corruption. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we film live, you become the very first one to watch us.